How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of FTB Infinity Evolved here in Minecraft. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. If you guys have, make sure you guys smash that like button if you haven't already. And let's get into today's episode. So, hope you guys enjoyed last week's stuff. All that was recorded well in advance, because I was not here. So, that's also partially why this episode's coming out a day late and not on Monday. Anyway, so I was kind of looking at a couple things. So I know we finished last episode of doing bees, and if we kind of take a look at the work that the bees have been doing, we're getting some drones, we're getting some combs, which is nice. Getting some rocky, getting some common. I also, so we made the beealyzer, and we needed honey. I went ahead and made a centrifuge and did a couple other things. I scanned a couple of the queens. Looks like these queens have already been used. So as you use them, they go in here. Those ones have an unknown genome. Some of them, we might have actually used all of them. Well, this one, for instance, we can see that normal, short life, slow worker, and that's where frames are going to come in to also modify that. Doesn't look like the queen went in on that. Not sure why. And then, yeah, so it looks like we're slowly going through and kind of breeding them. And so that's just going to take time for us to build up a reserve of queens and drones, and we'll eventually get to the bees we want. And there's a pretty big matrix for sorting all that out. As to get the honey, we basically needed the centrifuge, we throw the combs in, and there's a chance for us to get a drop of honey. And then one drop of honey allows us to scan one bee, which is not super useful right now. I think my main goal is just going to be to build up a little bit of a reserve of honey along with bees, so that way we can go through and do that. Anyway, so I was looking at what we can do in order to be able to use the fortune upgrade on our ender quarry. Well, I got it to work, quite successfully, in fact. However, the way I got it to work was, instead of adding more power, although we do need to add more power, this system is able to generate enough flux, or enough energy. The problem I found is it wasn't we weren't generating enough, we weren't sending enough. So I went ahead and made another tesseract, directly plugged it in, because if you remember, these redstone energy flux ducts have a limit of, I think, 8,000 RF a tick, which is a lot. It quite considerably is a lot. But if a ender quarry takes 260,000, or no, not 260,000. It's 260 RF a tick base is what I believe it is. Times 2 for the speed, 500, not bad. But then if we multiplied that by 80, it would need 41,000, which, okay, yes, is a lot, quite a lot. And technically we're not generating that. So what I want to do is I want to build another big reactor. But I don't just want to build one this big. I want to build one big. I want to make this big reactor look tiny. And so one thing we're going to do is we're going to build a much larger reactor than this. Ow, and I fell and broke a torch. So what I'm, they're on my hotbar. So what I'm going to do is we're going to plan out a really big reactor. We're going to make a big reactor upgrade. Now the question is, where do I put it? Because if I try to put another one here, which I could do, I could put another one here on the floor, which would be fine. But I want to do a big one. This one's going to stay for now. I think this one will actually stay powering the base, but I want to build a big one to power that quarry. And so I'm not sure where we're going to put it yet, nor am I sure about the size. All I know is we're going to need an area that's a little bit bigger than what we currently have. And I don't know if I want to limit us. And by that I mean, like, cap the end of kind of this hallway with a reactor. I'm not sure yet where we're going to put it. But another quick side note. I know somebody commented about the nether stars and using the replicator system. I tried Let's see, can I access it? Nope, we're out of range. Okay. Still out of range? Oh, you know what? It's probably out of power. Yeah. Not the terminal, this. Yeah, the drives don't have power. Crud. Okay. Anyway. I tried putting the nether star into our scanner, and it would not let me put it in the scanner. So I don't know if that's a FTB Infinity Evolved expert thing that's not letting us do it, or if it's a Minecraft thing or what other. But yeah, so I can't unfortunately do that. Also, I know somebody did comment, it might have been actually the same comment about the shapeless crafting here of like no combat. It's peaceful mode only, which I'm not playing in. So we can't do this. Otherwise, we could just set up a wither skeleton farm, soul sand, pretty easy to get, and then auto craft swords and bows, and then just get nether stars, but unfortunately we cannot. I don't think there's a recipe to get those blocks. So our only real option here is to basically fight them. I'll look into it. What we might be able to do is set up a wither. Oh geez, this thing is just full. How did it catch up? I'm actually a little bit confused right now. How that filled up? It shouldn't have. Anyway, I think one thing what we could do is we might be able to set up a wither farm of some kind. I'll have to look into the different mods that might allow us to do something like that in order to get nether stars automatic, but for now we'll kind of hold off on that. I think our current goal is going to be to get a big reactor, and then maybe next episode we'll look at some sort of nether star automation. Alright, so I'm going to figure out the size of this beast that we're going to need to build, along with kind of figure out an area. I'll probably carve out that area off screen and then bring you back kind of with some sort of plan. I'll see you guys here in a sec while I figure that out. And we're back. So I went ahead and made up ourselves a massive 25 by 25 reactor, along with filling it up with Resident Ender instead of the Cryotheum. Partially because of its size, I didn't really want to invest in that much Cryotheum, mainly because, well, that would have been an absurd amount of Cryotheum, as you have to fill each block for Cryotheum, whereas Resident Ender flows down. It's not just a single block that moves like the Cryotheum, it flows like water, which is nice. So theoretically, this reactor should generate... Sorry, I had a tab out there for a sec. About 200,000 RF a tick. And consume about 1 ingot per minute, I believe. Yeah. And that's at, I think, an 81% insertion. So I do have to go ahead and connect that reactor up to this little system here. That's going to allow us to generate everything we need. Huh. Not sure how that reactor was Oh, you know what happened is because I needed to do a thing on it. So I had to shut this reactor down in order to figure out how I laid this one out originally, because I couldn't remember if I had any graphite or anything in the spacing for the Cryotheum. That's why. Anyway, so now that we have this guy functioning, I'm gonna need to basically make... I don't know if I'll make another one of these, or if I'll just wrap it around and connect to this. I think that's what we'll do. So I'm gonna go ahead and make up another Tesseract for us to use, and then probably just pull the item ducts and stuff, because there's no sense in making a whole nother cyanide processor if I don't need to. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. And then I'll just have another Tesseract with power. And then, because this one's already connected to the grid, I'll just use the other one through, basically, because this one I have set to receive and send. So it does what it needs to do. Which I don't know if that's going to cause any problems because of the way it's attached to the grid. But we'll see. But yeah, so I'll just have this go over there to power. Yeah, that should work. And then... I'll have it output, and then, yeah, swing around. Alright, let's see. Do we have any item ducts? We have some. Something like that. Let's go see if we have... Oh, you know what? If we don't have power, I probably can't access this, huh? Let's go disconnect that, then, in the quarry dimension really quick. Where is... I will say, I like that that block breaks instantly. Let's eat some stuff, get our food bar up. And back up top. Power's still draining. Wait, is this just stuck on like a feedback loop or something? I mean, it's building up. But I feel like, I mean, yeah. What if, oh, jeez. Bloodstone, give me one of those. Yeah, see, I mean, the problem is maybe we just need two power taps. One to send the energy via Tesseract. And the other to the grid, or, you know what I might do is just have this one be for the grid here, and then have this one be... one, so that's gonna send power. We'll do like that. Alright. And then that should be good. Let me turn that off so we can input. I need some item ducts. Let's see if we have any, and then if we don't, I'll go ahead and make some. Assuming we have the materials, otherwise... Let's watch put in a cut. Okay, item. We have 48, but I think we're gonna need more than that. Item. Yeah, item duct. What are we missing? Huh. Vacuum warp duct seems like something worthwhile. Instantaneous movement. Really? We just need glass? Okay, we have no sand in there. Let's see over here. If you can, you might be able to hear my cat meowing in the background, because he wants out. He's only been asleep all day, and only wants out when it's apparently most inconvenient for me. Okay. Let's see if... Oh, we need servos. I almost forgot. Ah! No, we'll just grab 6 for now. These long fall boots are so nice. Yeah, honestly, I think we're just gonna power the other reactor purely off of this. So I don't really see much of a point into powering it off of the other stuff if we can just use the recycled bits and bobs. Yeah, well, we don't really have enough in the system for it to... Ever really back up. I do gotta seal some of these holes, though, that are in the cave system here. Let's go like this. And like so. Awesome. Do I have a servo on that output, or does it auto-eject? We are pulling from it, but I think it might actually auto-eject. I don't know if it does or doesn't. Okay. Well, it didn't send any more fuel, so I'm guessing that's enough to fill this. That thing is 1 point... Oh, good lord. There are 36 fuel rods. Max fuel 64,000. Oh, good lord. Don't know. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to wait. I mean, it's generating RF, which I'm actually kind of shocked about. Okay, let's throw all these back in our bag. I mean, that's definitely pretty good as that slowly rises, because this guy only is generating 24,000. It looks like it's... Yeah, okay, we're starting to see some things. I have to go through and insert the control rods, because I don't think I did that. So let's go ahead and do that really quick. Should just be able to do... Oh, looks like we missed a couple spots. Looks like I missed some of the... whatchamacallit? Resonant Ender. Did I get rid of those torches? No, I didn't. Did not. Now I have the hiccups. Oh, I don't like having hiccups. Oh. I feel like hiccups are the worst, especially when you can't get rid of them. Let me see, what? I'm using a reactor calculator, 87%. Shift Alt. Well, I think that's where we're gonna go ahead and call it for today. Did a fair bit. I mean, we got all the reactor rods set to where they need to go. 87% is pretty much where they need to go. And then hooked up that, hooked up the yellow rare. These things, the yellowrium blocks, and then also the plutonium as well. And then everything goes in, waste goes out, power also comes out, and we should be able to now hook up. Well, once this appropriately gets to the 200,000 RF a ticket can produce, which is going to take a while because of how much it has to fill. But hey. Well, I think that's where we're going to call it for today. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. If you haven't already, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button. It really helps out. And consider liking the video if you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns for me, leave those down below. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.